Good evening, and welcome to Indiana University Cinema's virtual screening room. I am David Cordes, the cinema's events and outreach assistant. Please note that tonight's event will feature live automatic captioning. To turn on captions, all you need to do is move your mouse to the toolbar at the bottom of your screen, click on Live Transcript, then click Show Subtitle. If you have any issues accessing this feature, please feel free to ask a question using the Q&A box, which is also at the bottom of your Zoom screen. To begin tonight's program, IU Cinema wishes to acknowledge and honor the indigenous communities native to this region and recognize that Indiana University is built upon indigenous homelands and resources. We recognize the Miamiaki, Lenape, Bodewadmik, and the Sawanwa peoples as past, present, and future caretakers of this land. We ask you to reflect on the lives and histories of the indigenous communities from where you are watching tonight. And we appreciate you joining us this evening for a virtual screening of the 2020 film Je m'appelle humain, Call Me Human, directed by Kim Obamsawin. Tonight's program is presented in partnership with the College of Arts and Sciences as part of Themester 2021 Resilience. To introduce our guest tonight is Fiber's co-area coordinator and senior lecturer at the Eskenazi School of Art, Architecture, and Design, Carissa Carmen. Please join me in welcoming Carissa Carmen.
Good evening, everyone. It's such a pleasure to have this beautiful film presented here tonight. This story demonstrates the rigor and beauty of bringing to life the deep quest of preservation. As a fellow resident of Montreal and in connection with a dear family friend running the Laird First Nation program in Yukon, Canada, I was able to invite two students and teachers who are here with us tonight to introduce the film. It is such a pleasure to welcome Paul Caesar-Jules and Emeral Poppe. Paul Caesar-Jules is part of the Mountain People. He is Wolf Clan, born and raised in Upper Liard. Paul completed his YNLC language revitalization certificate at the Yukon Native Language Center in May 2021. He has been working for the Guzagikwa, the First Laird First Nation language department, for 3 years. In his work, he has digitized many cassette tapes with the recordings of our elders. There are many stories that our elders passed down from our ancestors. He is very passionate about language learning and finding traditional knowledge and linguistics beneficial to learning dene, the people's way. Emeral Poppe is Kaska from Tesselugua, Mana. She completed her undergrad at Concordia University. She studied First Peoples Studies, Archaeology, and Anthropology. She noticed at the end of her undergrad that she didn't know what to do next, and the only thing that came to mind and felt right was coming back to her community to use her education and help in any way. So once she completed her undergraduate degree, she moved back to her community to work with Guzagikwa, the language department at the Laird First Nation Band Office. She has been working with Guzagikwa for the past 2 years. Learning and teaching dene has been an amazing experience. She's noticed that speaking Kaska is like singing. I am so pleased to welcome Emeral and Paul this evening to introduce this film.
Hello. Thank you, Carissa, for the introduction. Johnny Kaska dene kaya nahtsi gudasta, sikara gu kaya nedzatonla, didi ni sikara gu lei, gu ila la weda kagut a. I'm speaking to you all from unceded Kaska territory. We still hold on to our land. The land continues to provide for us and will always be here for us. Je m'appelle humain is a movie that will warm your heart. Joséphine shows us that no matter how far we've strayed from our land, culture, and identity, we can always take it back. The land we call home is always there. I felt the same as I was grueling away at my undergrad in Geojage, which is the Mohawk word for Montreal, while sitting at my desk in my room, surrounded by city, getting ready to study and write papers. I was busy daydreaming about the sun rays shining through the trees and hearing the wind rushing through the leaves in my community. I felt lost, but seeing the trees and hearing the wind in my mind comforted me. It reminded me that it was a place I could always go back to no matter where I was. I wanted to go home to my family and to the land, and I eventually did. I feel the most grounded learning my language and my culture. Like Joséphine, I want to pass it on and keep it alive. All I had to do is take it back. This film reaffirms those feelings of reclamation. Tha ezeth nazith neganistan. My heart warms with happiness when I see you. And Paul.
Thank you. I would like to express my gratitude to my grandparents for telling me many amazing stories about the land. I told my grandma about the Call Me Human film, and she agrees with Joséphine. I remember going to the hospital to visit my grandma. My grandpa wanted to see her every day, which we did. It was then when he told me many stories about the land and the animals, about the sundog and the many crows flying around together, enjoying the strong wind currents. He told me when the crows flipped upside down for a split second, that's them dropping their backpack for you. When hunting, you don't know if your moose is going to be secure. Seeing the crows do its flip, you get a sense of relief that your meat is going to be okay. This film is going to leave you in wonder that we lived in harmony with the land, which Joséphine expresses perfectly throughout this film. It's a beautiful film that left me in tears thinking of my people. And now I'm gonna say thank you in my language. Slania Sogasinla, and back to David.
Sogasila.
Sogasinla.
Thank you, Paul and Emeral, for that amazing introduction. And at the end of this introduction, you will see information about how to watch Call Me Human. We are also including this information in the chat. Please note the film program will not screen through the Zoom webinar. You'll need to open up a separate web browser to watch the film using the website and password provided. Please note the password is case sensitive. I'd like to thank the entire IU Cinema team, especially Elena and Ava, who have all worked behind the scenes to make tonight's event possible. We encourage you to visit our website at cinema.indiana.edu for more info on all of our upcoming events, including more virtual programs like this one that you're at tonight and events at IU Cinema. To all of you tuning in tonight, thank you once again for being with us. Please take care of yourselves and be kind and generous to others. We hope you enjoy the film. Good night.